What's up, the squad? Back with another video. I seen that title was going out. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button for me, please. Y'all see it right here. So before we get to, before we get in the title and then, all of that, you got to see what is leading up to this point. Got to see what's leading up to this point. One thing about it, this is truly crazy. You truly see how much, people are not really loving the fact of what Ilhan Omar is doing. Regardless of, you are on the left, on the right, regardless, independent. Ilhan Omar's net worth in the Mills Act, 2020, $65K. 2020, Ilhan Omar introduces the Mills Act. 2021, $65K. 2022, $115K. 2023, $205K. You get the point. 2024, $30 million. $30 million. One thing about it, which is very interesting to me, says Biden's DOJ actually opened the Ilhan Omar investigation in 2024, public, and again, it's just completely wild with a lot that this is bringing. Says the D.C. U.S. Attorney's Office opened an inquiry in June 2024 into Omar's finances, campaign spending, and interactions with a foreign citizen. It reportedly stalled for lack of evidence. Trump put it back in the spotlight Monday, posting that Ilhan Omar left Somalia with nothing and now reportedly worth more than $44 million. Refugee arrives with nothing, becomes a congresswoman, and her household is, now worth tens of millions. People have questions. People are literally trying to figure out, where you have Nick Shirley that, is trying to figure out a lot, when it comes down to it. It's a lot that's going on. Truly a lot that's going on. One thing about it, that I've seen, and it just popped up. It popped up quick, actually. And I'm like, man, I'm about to get ready to get these videos out and, to get in here and record. I look at my phone, look at my, look at my phone and look at my notifications. I see that there's something sprayed on Ilhan Omar at a town hall event. Pretty wild, I'm not gonna lie. But then again, I don't know. It's a lot within that. Says down here, this is a comment down here, literally. Says, assuming that the perpetrator was arrested, investigated to see if he did this on his own or if Ilhan hired him to do it. So, again, I don't know. Check this out.
And DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment.
You're not resigning.
I don't know.
Oh my God. Oh my God, he sprayed something on her.
I need a napkin to know nothing. No, we will continue.
No. Ilhan, you need to go get checked. No,
we will continue. These are not going to get away with it.
You need to go get checked. No, you don't know what he did.
And
she said she needs to go get checked. So looking in more of this, I only seen that one video I put on Mark. I'm sorry. You literally have it here. This is the guy, I guess. This is the guy.
Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment.
So whatever it is, it was like out of it looked like a little canister, like a small canister. I didn't see anything big to where, when they spray like the mace, but it had more of like a string type, a stringy. It's definitely like, I don't know, a watery substance, and I couldn't catch out what he was saying. Y'all don't know what he said. I don't know what he said. There are multiple angles of this. I'm not going to lie. Terrence K. Williams posted and said, fake attack. Something doesn't add up.
No, we will continue.
Easy person sprayed you with something mysterious, and you just gonna continue to talk?
And not get, it's, man. Nancy May said, this is not who we are. And I do not, says, I do know elected officials should face physical attacks, which is truly correct. Truly correct. Here's another angle of it right here.
ICE cannot be reformed. It cannot be rehabilitated. We must abolish ICE for good. And DHS Secretary Kristi Noem.
I'm trying to see where he's coming from, though. Like, where did... Oh, bro was sitting in the front row, y'all. He was in the front row the whole time. I'm like, man, this dude right here looks very, very, you know...
Must resign or face impeachment.
You must resign.
That's wild. You literally have a lot of, Laura Loomer even put, this is the most staged thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm calling for an immediate investigation to whether Ilhan Omar staged the spraying of her body at the town hall tonight to distract from, new reports over her marriage fraud and the accumulation of $30 million worth of wealth on $180,000 per year salary, which is, truly understandable when it comes down to it. I don't know. Definitely crazy. Definitely crazy. One thing about it, this Congressman Randy Fine said, make no mistake, Ilhan Omar and Tim Walz knew exactly what is going on with all the fraud in Minnesota. Check it out right here, y'all.
Well, I think what we've seen in the Somali community, they've executed fraud on two levels. Several months ago, we learned that it appears 50% of Somalians who have become American engaged in immigration fraud. And obviously with Ilhan Omar, there's this belief that she married her brother in order to help him with immigration fraud. So there's that. But then there's the financial fraud, where massive amounts of money have been flushed through these systems, welfare fraud like none of us could possibly believe. But then once these people have gotten their ill-gotten gains, they turn around and they give it back to the politicians who gave it to them. And now we see Ilhan Omar making tons of money. Make no mistake, the fraud in the Somali community in Minnesota is so great, it defies belief that politicians like Ilhan Omar and Tim Walz didn't know about it. They knew exactly what was going on, and they were personally being enriched from it. That's why, frankly, she not only should be in jail, but she needs to be deported.
Definitely wild. I'm telling y'all, definitely wild. Says Tim Walz on Minnesota Somalis robbing billions from Americans.
We have people steal from us. We've got folks try to make hay out of this. Absolutely. We're still getting court cases that we're moving forward. We've got a lot of folks that have now, I think, put those program integrity pieces in place. I'm feeling really good about that. This is, again, look, we have a well-run state. We have high quality of life. We did have people steal. We're now seeing other states had that too. But I said I didn't run to be called the governor. I ran to do the job. That's what I'm doing right now, and I'm really...
Definitely wild. Definitely wild. Says we had people steal from us. We have a well-run state. We did have people steal. I'm just confused. First of all, he's one of them. But to go and say that and keep gassing it to where you think that y'all have a well-run state is crazy to me. Truly not getting it. It's definitely crazy to me. Definitely crazy to me. Says DOJ started an investigation on Ilhan Omar during the Biden administration. Check this out, y'all.
President Trump saying the Justice Department is now investigating the finances of far-left Congresswoman Ilhan Omar out of Minnesota. But that scrutiny reportedly extending to the Biden administration as well. Interesting twist here. Chad Pergram looks at the timeline and more. Chad, good morning.
Bill, good morning. This is not just a Trump administration probe into Omar. This inquiry apparently started during the Biden years in 2024. The investigation centers around campaign spending. Now, the U.S. Attorney's Office in D.C. initiated the inquiry. President Trump posted on Truth Social that the DOJ is, quote, looking at Omar. He claims she left Somalia with nothing and is now worth, quote, $44 million. The president ripped Omar last week.
And then we have this fake congressperson who they just reported is worth $30 million. You believe this? Ilhan Omar, talking about the Constitution provides me. She comes from a country that's not a country. And she's telling us how to run America. Not going to get away with it much longer, let me tell you.
It's unclear how President Trump landed on the dollar figures. Other members from Minnesota have raised questions about Omar.
Definitely. Pretty wild, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. It says new details are emerging about the investigation into Democrat Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, including a $15K investment that netted $5 million. I'm telling y'all, this stuff is absolutely insane to me, y'all. Truly
What are you learning
insane
there,
to me.
Chad?
Well, Martha, good afternoon. A possible probe into Omar may not be new. In fact, it may go back to 2024. President Trump hinted that the DOJ is probing Omar. He routinely calls out the Minnesota Democrat. Now, the House Oversight Committee is investigating Omar and her husband over how they accumulated so much wealth. It's part of the inquiry which is looking at fraud in Minnesota. Now, here's what bears some scrutiny. Their stake in a California wine operation was valued at $15,000. It ripened to $5 million. Her husband's investment firm climbed from practically nothing to a valuation of $25 million. Omar's office did not respond to a request for comment, but she denies wrongdoing.
That ain't it. Trust me, that ain't it. Benny Johnson just exposed Ilhan Omar. Winery is fake, y'all. I'm telling y'all, it gets crazier and crazier. In just 1 year, the winery increased in value $5 million. No physical winery, website that barely works, no phone line, social media gone dark. And, you know, literally the main thing, there's no wine at all. Check it out right here, y'all.
I just investigated Ilhan Omar's official financial disclosures, and what I found was so dark and criminal. I don't know how she gets out of this without going to jail. Have a look at this. Here's Ilhan Omar's financial disclosure from the Congressional Record, year 2023. I want to bring your attention to this company right down here, Est Cru LLC. This is a winery in Santa Rosa, California. It's not doing that well. The total value of the winery is listed at $15,000, and Ilhan Omar's barely making any money off of it at all. Hardly enough to pay a parking ticket. Okay, that's fine. Nothing really mysterious there. Businesses fail all the time. But go ahead and look at her filing for 2024, and you'll find that Est Cru Winery, the same company in the same location, is now worth $5 million. That's incredible, up from $15,000. And now Ilhan Omar's making enough to pay rent. So this must be one of the most successful companies ever. Let's go ahead and check in on this winery. You know, maybe we could buy some wine. I like wine. Why not? Let's see if we can buy some Est Cru Winery. Here's Est Cru's social media Facebook page. You'll see here that the last post, oh no, was in 2023. Wasn't this the year that they were supposed to, you know, go really big and make Ilhan Omar millions of dollars? Same thing on their Instagram, and they don't have an X. So let's go ahead and check their official website. What is Est Cru? We are winemakers and memory curators, okay? Est Cru Winery has a bunch of brands that's led by these people, creators of eye-catching labels. So I'm sure I can go and get some of their wine, right? Well, they don't have any activities here, so maybe I could just go to their location and buy some of their wines, or maybe give them a call. Let's try and go to their location here. This is the Google Street View of Est Cru Winery, and what you'll find here is an empty parking lot. Doesn't actually look like an operational business. Certainly isn't the same name. So, okay, let's go ahead and give them a call. See if maybe they pick up. Let's go ahead and call the number on the webpage. Let's go ahead and give them a call and find out. Oh no, user busy. Let's try that. Okay. Well, I've done this like 20 times today. Okay, so that didn't work. Is there any wine in this wine company? Is there anything about wine? Because I see like stuff about events, but like, what is this exactly? Aren't you supposed to sell wine at your wine company? Where are your wines? Oh, there are no wines. You wanna know why? Because this is a fake company. Rep. Ilhan Omar's husband accused of swindling investors in their California winery. They stole millions from cannabis growers. You can see here's the lawsuit right here, saying that Tim Minette, who's Ilhan Omar's third husband, no relation, swindled his investors and defrauded them. How did Minette get this relationship? Well, the current Attorney General of Minnesota, Keith Ellison, used to work for him. Isn't that curious? Keith Ellison, the same guy who refuses to look into any of the Somali fraud. So this company was sued for being a fraudulent company. And the New York Post says the exact same thing, as the House is now probing the mystery of Ilhan Omar's skyrocketing wealth. They said that Ilhan Omar went from being one of the poorest members of Congress, worth negative $65,000, to being one of the richest, worth $30 million.
Find it quite interesting that the bottle says the devil's lie. It literally says the devil's lie. Pretty wild.
Rare photo of one of their wines that they allegedly made, the devil's lie. But the entire company.
You know it's a lot too, though. Like, even just thinking, like, they got the dates wrong. Like, all the dates are wrong.
Company. An enormous amount of her income and an enormous amount of her net worth to this.
I don't know, y'all. Pretty interesting. Do I have to say? Says once again, James Woods is on point. Pam Bondi needs to bring criminal charges against Waltz and Fry, along with Minnesota politicians involved. Looking at you, Ilhan Omar. Says the orchestrated insurrection in the Somali crime hotbed of Minneapolis, aided and abetted by politicians and their media handmaidens, is just smoke and mirrors distraction. It's really about the billions of dollars of Democrat fraud, not ICE, not Trump fraud. That's it. That's all. I'm telling y'all. That's it, and that's all. I'm just it's very wild to me. Very, very wild to me. One thing about it though, I said Tom Homan did touch down in Minneapolis. Says made a promise that we will flood the zone of every sanctuary city in this country. I'm telling y'all, check it out.
Well, first of all, the operation, yeah, I'm extremely happy. And this should come as no surprise to the American people. You and I spoke months ago. I made a promise that we will flood the zone of every sanctuary city in this country as bringing thousands of more agents, 10,000 more agents because of the big, beautiful bill. Why Minneapolis? Why are they being prioritized right now? Because billions of dollars fraud has been uncovered. And what they need to be concerned with, Tim Walz says he's not going anywhere. Well, either am I. Either is President Trump. Either is Pam Bondi. Either is Kristi Noem. So we're there because of the priority census, right? But that show is going on the road. So if the Democrats are having a fit now, you better get counseling, because this is about to get a hell of a lot bigger throughout this nation. That show is going on the road. I actually think Minneapolis is the tip of the iceberg. I think we're going to find a hell of a lot more in Illinois, New York, California. We'll see.
I'm geeked for it. I'm definitely geeked for it. I don't know about y'all, but I am. Go there, get my post, investigate, prosecute, and deport Ilhan Omar. Truly what a lot of people, a lot of individuals are wanting, for sure. A lot of individuals are wanting this. I don't know. Y'all let me know y'all comments and thoughts on this video. Please go check out Recklezz Reacts. That is my second channel. I do post, some cool stuff on there. I got some cool stuff that I will, be posting. I got a new video that I'm, supposed to be posting tomorrow. But there is one, that is uploaded. And definitely geek for it. I'm definitely geeked for it. And I'm excited, to start, a new journey, with something. Definitely, y'all know, keep my channel, with this. But I definitely love, seeing and doing, other things when it comes down to it as well. It's not too much of a change at all, but y'all just have to go check it out. Y'all can find it on my home screen. or just type in Reckless Reacts. Y'all see it pop up. But honestly, you can just go to my home on my main channel. Go to my home, and scroll all the way down, and you'll see the channels below. But definitely hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Definitely let me know your comments, thoughts on this video. Catch y'all next one.